Perplexity, an AI answer engine, not just a search bar. Agenda: Search and answer models. Perplexity history. Why perplexity matters. Answer generation lifecycle. Getting started. Basic workflow. Retrieval and citations. Search and answer models. Finding information online traditionally means typing a query and getting back a list of links to sort through yourself. If getting a real answer requires opening several pages and piecing together what they say, a simple question can take real time to actually resolve. Almost every research task online eventually involves comparing and synthesizing information across more than one source. Any tool meant to save people time benefits from doing that synthesis directly, instead of leaving it entirely to the user. Handling someone 10 blue links and calling it an answer doesn't scale to how quickly people actually want information. Linked list search and cited answer engines. A traditional search engine returns a ranked list of links, leaving it to the user to open pages and synthesize an answer themselves. Perplexity instead retrieves relevant live sources and synthesizes a direct conversational answer with inline citations pointing back to exactly where each claim came from. Linked list. Classic search engines. 10 ranked links. You synthesize it yourself. Cited answer engine. Perplexity. One synthesized answer. Numbered citations. Problems with linked list search. Single point of friction. Getting a real answer often means opening and reading through several separate pages. Synthesizing information across multiple sources is left entirely to the user every single time. Search results can be optimized for clicks and ad revenue rather than for directly answering the question asked. No single source, no single source may fully answer a question, requiring manual comparison across several. Verifying a claim means retracing which page it actually came from, often after the fact. Misses out on a direct, conversational answer with sources you can quickly check yourself. The perplexity system. A user's question is used to retrieve relevant current information from live web sources in real time. A language model synthesizes those sources into a direct conversational answer rather than a list of links. Every claim in that answer is paired with an inline citation, letting a reader trace it back to its original source. Related AI-powered search and answer tools. Google's AI Overviews, Microsoft Copilot Search, U.com. Perplexity advantages. Gives a direct, synthesized answer instead of a list of links to sort through manually. Inline citations let you verify any specific claim against its original source. Retrieves current live information rather than relying only on a model's static training data. Follow-up questions build on the same conversation, refining or narrowing the search naturally. A publisher's program shares revenue with the content creators whose work gets cited, extends beyond search into agentic tools like the Comet browser or broader task assistance. Everything is backed by a citation, almost. One huge benefit of this design is that in Perplexity, almost every claim in an answer is backed by a specific checkable citation. Rather than asking users to simply trust a generated response, each part of the answer links back to the source it was drawn from. The citation-first approach was an explicit design philosophy from the company's founding, not an added-on feature. Because sources are visible and checkable, users can quickly verify a claim instead of taking the answer purely on faith. This emphasis on traceable, sourced answers is central to how Perplexity distinguishes itself from both traditional search and plain chatbots. Queries and sources. Query: the question or task the user submits. Source: a specific retrieved piece of evidence behind the answer. A simplified retrieval augmented answer. Sources are retrieved first, then used to ground the generated answer. A simplified citation link. Each claim in the answer is tied back to the specific source it came from. History. Perplexity AI Incorporated was founded in August 2022 in San Francisco by Arvind Srinivas, Denis Yaretz, Johnny Ho, and Andy Kowinski. Srinivas had previously worked as a research scientist at OpenAI, Google Brain, and DeepMind before co-founding the company. Perplexity publicly launched on December 7, 2022, just days after ChatGPT's own debut, positioning itself as a cited alternative to traditional search. The company grew rapidly, expanding into products like Perplexity Pro and an agentic browser called Comet. Its publishers program was introduced to share revenue with media outlets and content creators whose work is cited in generated answers. Why perplexity matters? Direct answers a question conversationally instead of returning a list of links. Verifiable inline citations let you check any claim against its original source. Current retrieves live web information rather than relying on only static training data. Conversational follow-up questions refine an answer within the same ongoing thread. Sustainable: a publisher's program shares revenue with cited content creators. Expanding has grown from search into broader agentic tools like the Comet browser. The publisher's program The publisher's program shares revenue with outlets and creators whose work is cited in Perplexity's answers, aims to address concerns that AI synthesized answers reduce traffic and revenue to original content creators. Participating publishers receive a share of revenue tied to how often their content is cited. Never assume every source Perplexity cites is automatically part of a revenue sharing agreement. Participation is program specific. Perplexity answer lifecycle. User asks a question, query, search live sources, retrieve, generate the answer, synthesize, link claims to sources, cite. A question is submitted, live sources are retrieved, the answer is synthesized from them, and every claim is linked back to its citation. Getting started with Perplexity. This leads us to the three steps that get your first answer back. Create an account, register for free through Perplexity's website and app. Ask a question. Type a question in natural conversational language. Check the citations. Follow inline links back to the original sources. Basic workflow: searching, synthesizing, and verifying. Some call search, synthesize, and verify Perplexity's everyday loop. Specific, well-scoped questions generally return more focused, useful answers. Follow-up questions build on the same thread, narrowing and redirecting the search. Citations let you spot, check any claim that matters before relying on it. Different focus modes can tailor retrieval toward academic sources, current events, and specific domains. Supports many workflows: research, fact-checking, shopping comparisons, and everyday questions. Works the same across the web app, mobile app, and API integrations. Any questions? Thank you.